war,
education,
finance,
science,
religion. There are many issues, questions, and problems that the world's smartest scholars ponder every single day. But where do you go if you have first world problems?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to First World Answers. I am your host, Keith Evans, and here's your other host, Mike Goodpaster. Today's question,
what is it?
who would you have chosen to defeat the Undertakers' streak at WrestleMania?
Me.
Yeah. Who would you have chosen? What professional would you have chosen?
I've main evented in the same buildings as CM Punk and Daniel Bryan.
Yeah?
It's legitimately true.
Okay.
But I couldn't do it. I don't have the heart.
Right.
This any time frame or just current superstar? Like, would have made sense when a streak would have ended and when a person was active, or can I just go crazy and pick like Andre the Giant or some bullshit?
No, you can't pick anybody that it wasn't possible for them to wrestle. Like, you could pick somebody that's possible that maybe doesn't work for the company anymore or something like that, but you can't pick anybody who it's just not possible, that it requires time travel to do.
Shawn Michaels would have been a good one.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels would have been a
But
good one.
I always felt it should have been someone younger who could really appreciate the rub and can make a whole thing about how they beat Undertaker's streak, which, granted, Brock Lesnar is getting that because Paul Heyman's mentioning it at every single turn.
Right.
But he's not really that active. He's not really going to gain much from it.
And he's not young either.
Yeah, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame no matter what. He's already a Hall of Famer.
Remember the theory about Ted DiBiase Jr.
That
being
been
the
best
one
man.
to do it because Ted DiBiase Sr. is the one who brought the Undertaker in?
But Ted DiBiase Jr. sucks. If they could have held out another year, Bray Wyatt would have been perfect for it.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt would have been good.
Perfect for it.
Bray Wyatt would have been good.
Daniel Bryan would have been good.
Daniel Bryan would have been good.
Ideally, though.
I don't have a storyline set up for it, but somebody, a young wrestler that I would just like to see given that opportunity is two. I have two. Antonio Cesaro.
Wow.
And weirdly enough, Dolph Ziggler.
I'm a big fan of both those guys, but I'm not.
I know.
It's hard to say that. It really is.
I know. Obviously out of those two guys, I would say Antonio Cesaro would have the most.
Not The Miz?
No, not The Miz.
I wouldn't say The Miz over.
Why?
He's got the WrestleMania pedigree. He's already main evented WrestleMania once. He's a former champion. He's always he's in the movies. He's obviously the company's behind him.
Yeah, but there's so many people better than him that we've already even named.
Yeah, I agree. But
all of them I think we named.
But more,
I think,
as much as I like Dolph Ziggler, right now the way he's been pushed and set up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I don't think
right now.
I think Miz is more legitimate than he is, which sucks to say, but
it does suck to say.
But it's true.
What about the whole Sting thing?
That would have. I don't think Sting would have ended the streak though. That would have been crappy. Sting would have been a good last victim.
Yeah.
Or Sting could have came out and cost him the match, and then by distracting him, just showing up out of nowhere, Undertaker would have looked up, saw Sting in the rafters, and then got rolled up or pinned or some kind of cheap thing like that. Or then whoever beat him would have had the cheap effect. But I don't see. Cody Rhodes would have been
Cody Rhodes.
Cody Rhodes could have carried that win for the rest of his career.
Actually, you know what I have thought recently? You mentioned Bray Wyatt, which obviously would have been an amazing setup for it and everything. But weirdly enough, if maybe had they came in a little earlier or the Undertaker lasted a little longer, I actually really, who's grown on me? Luke Harper. Luke Harper has grown on me, and I would like to just see him in a solo thing against the Undertaker, and I think that would be kind of.
Brody Lee was always great on Independence. but people are just now starting to see.
Also,
that
you know what would have just made a great feud? A singles competing Dean Ambrose
fought
versus
once.
The Undertaker.
They fought on SmackDown last year.
Was it a singles match?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Undertaker was impressed with them. Apparently, that was what the internet told us.
I mean, that would have been cool to see, like, just Dean Ambrose cutting.
His personality, yeah.
Or even, you know what they could have done? I mean, the Shield could have just beat a streak. Like, the Shield could have just fought him, beat the shit out of him, and they kind of probably could have made it a really good match. And then maybe even weirdly enough made it some sort of, like, elimination handicap match. And maybe he gets rid of one or two of them.
Clean, though. I wanted to see him lose clean to somebody.
Oh, like one-on-one?
Yeah. But just 3-on-1 is kind of hokey. Because then if he loses, he's still... Like, then you could add 2 more wins to his loss, to his record, and then add a loss.
Well, they didn't do that when he beat Albert and whoever.
But Albert was half a person.
Like, he didn't get that. He didn't get 2 then.
I'm going to go with Bray Wyatt if they would have just waited 1 more year.
Yeah.
And to be fair, if they would have set it up this year, it could have happened because Bray Wyatt did fight John Cena.
True.
So it's not like they were just in the mid card. They saw something in him to begin with.
Right, and he could have.
And he's got the pedigree. He's got the wrestling history in his blood. It's not like he's just showing up out of the blue to be part of the show.
True.
He's not going nowhere. Cody Rhodes would have been pretty cool too because he's so small compared to Undertaker. That would have been kind of a stunning shocker to see him beat Taker. But I don't think Taker would want him to lose.
I remember I was very much it was it was reported that the Undertaker requested to fight Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, I remember that too. That was.
And if they weren't going to do the title thing with Daniel Bryan, the next best thing with him would be fight the Undertaker. I think I don't. It would have been interesting if they had done what they did this year and Daniel Bryan would have beat him. Because that could have hurt Daniel Bryan, I think, too.
If he would have beat the streak.
Yeah, that could have hurt him in a weird way, but.
Well, it's CM Punk.
Huh?
CM Punk would have beat the streak, and that would have been someone that could have ran with it.
True.
And
he would have ran with it.
He would have ran with it and would have been a good feather in his cap for his career.
Maybe if they let him beat the streak, he would have stayed.
Right.
What do you want, Phil? What do you want?
Coca Cabana should have did the streak, right?
Well, that's weird. No. No.
Sorry, I broke the internet.
I'm trying to even think of somebody like in the indies, like right now, who could beat the streak. Which
Kevin
I
Steen.
can't think of that. No, that wouldn't make any sense. I don't even know anybody like.
Uhaa Nation.
Mm-mm.
I like him though.
Do you?
Yep.
You would.
He's good.
You're gonna go with Bray Wyatt. I'm gonna go with Luke Harper. Like you said, the Undertaker would have went one more year, and then they started just having kind of singles. Say like, at some point, I mean, Aaron Rowan is the.
Eric, yeah.
He gets over simply because he's the one that wears the mask.
He has to get over.
Yeah, and then maybe he got hurt or something like that, and then it was just like Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper both had they were still together, but they had separate feuds going on, or something like that.
What if it was like the Brothers of Destruction versus even Luke Harper and
the Wyatt
Rowan
family?
and
the Wyatt family.
Yeah, it could have maybe Undertaker could have lost
the Brothers of Destruction and Sting versus the Wyatt family.
Perfect. That would have been
that would be just a good.
Then Sting takes the pin. Undertaker's streak is over, and then the next year Undertaker wants to fight Sting for ruining his streak.
Does that count?
Everybody's happy?
Does that count as the Undertaker streak being over? Well, that would be it
would be a defeat, and then Undertaker didn't want to come back and fight Sting for costing him the match, and then everybody would get what they wanted.
Yeah, that would have worked out. That would have worked out real good.
That's my pick, Bray Wyatt.
Interesting. All right, what do you think? Who do you think could have done it? You think Razor Ramon could have came back and done it, or the Warrior maybe? I don't know.
Back to life.
Well, he was there for WrestleMania, so.
He would have died during WrestleMania.
No, he wouldn't have. It was predestined when he was going to die. He gave that promo.
Creepy.
I love you, Warrior. What?